Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And typically, my house does not bleed into the internet, but I do have to say today, some slight technical malfunctions with the new webcam and the green screen. We'll get that hammered out tomorrow, but I appreciate the patience. But right now, I'm very excited to be talking about the second most popular project on all of Kickstarter games. That is Hollywood 1947, a movie-making game of strategy and deception. Create masterful films with the other members of your film studio, but beware of spies, slipping propaganda, ... So, I like the theme. Sounds interesting. I'd like to know the mechanisms a little bit more, maybe, or the time length, the player count, the age. How many players can I do this? Is this cooperative? Sounds like it's a social deduction style game, but just a little bit more information from the front would be great. Now, I'm very intrigued to see what they're doing so well, because I look at the main image and I look at the description and I say, yeah, it looks interesting. But the thing that stands out most to me is the fact it's raised $371,000. So what's going on in here that they're doing so gosh darn well? I'm excited to check out. As always, when we go in the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go.
The city of stars, where artists create and revolutionaries push the bounds of possibility. For years, they've dazzled us with their spine-tingling monsters, swoon-worthy romances, and gut-busting comedies. But is there evil lurking inside the very studios that brought you these masterpieces? Congress has been informed that communists may have infiltrated the very studios that you know and love. Messages that seek to undermine the very fabric of America are being slipped into movies right under our noses. Which of these Hollywood stars is more than they seem? Who wears a facade of patriotism, and who is out only for themselves? Corruption is on the rise. The heart and soul of America is at stake. Hollywood is in crisis. It's up to you to determine who is for us and who is against us.
Okay. I still don't see quite what it is from the videos, which makes me think that this is probably a pre-established company, designer, artist, something like that, because it looks interesting. I want to play it. I still want to know a little bit more about it, but it looks like a fun game. It's raised $371,000. That's banging. So Travis Hancock Facade Games is owned and operated by Travis Hancock in Dayton, Ohio. And Holly Hancock, sorry. In Dayton, Ohio, we have sold 250,000 games, raised over $2 million on Kickstarter. We're the creators of the publishers of Salem, 1692, Tortuga, Deadwood, 1876, Bristol, Hollywood, 1947, and Trophy. So that's where it is. This is a pre-established company that's releasing games, and people are apparently loving those games. I believe I actually have one of these in my review pile of shame, but I'm not 100% sure. You can learn more about our board game company at Facade Games. So let's check out these ones. Bristol 1350, Deadwood 1876. No, I don't think I do actually, now that I've looked at these. I don't think I've seen these. Bristol 1350. So this one raised $913,000. Holy shnikes. Good for them. Let's make sure people got their stuff. Our newest game has launched, soundtrack release, but shipping updates. Yep, people got their stuff. Looks good. Make sure everything's going well. Looks like we're going to need to take a trip-see to the Board Game Geek to see how highly rated these are, because if you don't tell me, I am going to want to know. So let's see. Is it January yet? So yeah, people are excited about the game. Deadwood 1876. I imagine this one is obviously out as well. Yep, looks good. So yeah, that one raised $580,000. That one raised $400,000. That one raised $100,000. Wow! So they just keep getting bigger and bigger with each one. Kudos on that. It doesn't look like they're necessarily probably going to be able to complete the trend there, but you never know. Let's see what they're trending for. They're trending for so 392 to 1.4 million. It's a pretty big range, but either way. And now looky here. That's a weird player count. 1 to 9 players. It's like when you get a little cracker in your gum, and you're like, that's just odd. It's not terrible, but it's odd. 20 to 40 minutes. I love that player count, honestly. But I'm like, what's the social? Age 14, social. What's the solo? Social deduction and light strategy of the year is 1947. You remember the thriving movie nation. Now we're talking theme. Hollywood overview. So we do have 2 people there, hopefully on the customer service. Rules overview.
The year is
Once again, can you do it? I'm not really worried about it.
1947.
Oh,
Or your studio is shut down, instead re-roll any 2 of the dice in the game. At the end of each round, the players would start.
It's a little bit more in-depth on the rules. Cool. Facade Games has been refining their craft for years now. In Hollywood in 1947, is their stronger design yet. It strikes the perfect balance between bluffing and deduction, chaos and control, strategy and drama, simplicity and depth, mechanisms and theme. So so this is what it is. It's bluffing and deduction, and they're well balanced in the game. There's chaos and control. So there's crazy, like, okay. I don't know. It sounded like a lot of superfluous words there. Hollywood 1947 is an excellent deduction game with a thematic twist. We played this game over and over again and loved every second of it. So it's an excellent game with a thematic twist. I don't get what... Okay. Facade Games seems to be able to effortlessly weave together simple decision-making with engaging gameplay, all while providing a thematic and eye-appealing experience. That is not an eye-appealing graphic. Honestly, I don't even know what it said. We're just moving on. Facade's game does its twist with a new twist on social... Okay. So none of these really seem to be fantastic quotes. Game contents, book box things, 9 film strips, 15 genre posters. So there's not much here. So we're looking at 80-something cards. I imagine there's going to be stretch goals, deluxe versions, something like that. But I imagine the price. I kind of would already like to have known the price by now, because I imagine it's going to be a banger of a price if those are the components we're getting, because it doesn't seem like much. Don't get me wrong, sculpted tokens. Obviously, that's going to be a little bit adding on there. 9 loyalty cards, but still, it's not... And it's also smaller box, which means the shipping should be very reasonable. Players will take their job with 1 to 9 members of the studio. Cool, give me Coup-esque vibes, kind of. Actually, yeah, a lot of Coup-esque vibes. Ooh, is this like Coup-esque, but with making movies? Because those are two things I love. Deluxe Edition, here we go. We're excited to offer Deluxe Edition of the game, and we're pulling out the stops. Depending on later demand, this Deluxe Edition may be exclusive to Kickstarter, and most will be in a very rare distribution. Got it. 9 wood loyalty tokens, 5 metal tokens, instead of 4. Why do we get 5? 3 expansion posters. Oh, because it comes with extra stuff. Posters will include a special rule for the round, increasing the intrigue and replayability of the game. So we're mixing... I'm not a big fan of that. We're mixing actual gameplay stuff with just fancy components. So don't get me wrong. I guarantee you the most popular pledge level is most likely going to be the deluxe one. But still, I'm not a big fan of when you do that. And then we have reveals every week-ish. Okay, cool. Costumes expansion pack. Ooh, included in every pledge level. So cool. So this is also something we're getting. How many cards? Each reward level includes an expansion pack along with sketchbook of 9 unique costumes. Okay. Each costume has the ability to change the game for your side. It's great. So that's what we're going to want. The pack will sell for $10, which is just more variability. Stretch goals included in every reward level. Ooh, boy howdy. So we're going to have a whole bunch of stretch goals, hopefully. Magnetic Fox book box with inside illustration. Cool. Typically, I don't care about the box upgrades, but with a box like this, I think it's a little bit different, especially magnetic class box. You want that to be the best magnet possible, because I think if you've been in the hobby long enough, you've had a magnet class box that just didn't work that well. I'm looking at you at the what was it? It was from Yellow. It was the storybook series. There was like the tortoise and the hare and the cricket and the grasshopper. There were some good games in there. Alibaba, I think, was one of them. But anywho, I like seeing that one. Gold foil printing on box, I don't care about that. High quality, nicer cards, great printed tuck box for card storage, that's cool. Detailed sculpted movie tokens, custom acrylic dice things, stuff. So are these just stretch goals? So we're not going to have stretch goals, we're just making the game as nice as we can. It's one of those. But then we're also going to reveal stuff. Okay. Increase the value and rarity of your copy of the game with a gold foil first edition or deluxe first edition stamped on the back book box. This will be exclusive to the first printing. Interesting. And then here we go, leading off with how to play. Love that.
1940 and secretly picks one to be the winning team by placing that.
If that's a full how to play video, at 4 minutes, I'm a bit skeptical. 4 minutes is a real hard... That's hard to explain all the rules in 4 minutes. That's coming from someone who explains the rules to children's games and how to play videos that I try and make incredibly concise. So I can tell you, if this is a full how to play video in 4 minutes, I'm very impressed. If it's one where I have to watch it and then go look at the rules, I'm not impressed. I like the clean design and simple action, but either way, it's there, which is better than not being there. So I'm back to impressed. I like the clean design and simple action that this game offers. When I play a party game, I want it to be simple. Let the players make the game shine. This one does that. So maybe it is 4 minutes. If it's really that simple. Ooh, this quote. This quote. Travis and his team continue their mastery of the quick play hidden trading genre with Hollywood 1947. Mechanisms give players plenty of editing tools to seek out victory in a variety of methods, from pushing films out quickly to avoid tampering, adjusting other players' ability to influence movie content, shuffling roles in order to balance. So this is the quote that I want. This one actually has some interesting information about what's going on in the game. I feel like I've learned a little bit more about the whole game just from this one quote from Clarence Glenn. What's this? Full gameplay. Beautiful. Love it. That's, from Noah's Bards. He used to do wrestling videos. I like him. Let's see. Hollywood 1947. This is a preview, review, playthrough. So cool. We got playthroughs. We got how to play. Looks good. All good stuff. Tons of gameplay videos. Video dump here. How to play the solo.
Hello, my
Solo playthrough. Great. Love it. That's what I'm talking about. It's not hard. Doesn't have to be fancy. Just you in front of a webcam, in front of your phone. I see so many games that don't have videos. I'm like, really? You can't, like my first tripod was the camera's up there. My first tripod was a hot dog bun on top of a box, on top of a laundry basket. Actually, yeah, that was my first tripod when I actually had a camera. So there's no excuse as a Kickstarter company for you to not have that, because even if you're only on Tabletop Simulator, you could just screen capture, you record your screen, you could do something. Just blows my mind when I don't see that, so I'm glad that it's there. We're talking theme and stuff, cool things. If we talked about the price, we're really beating our bush around the price here. Games, the other stuff, we're gonna be able to buy that. I will immediately back every game you guys release in this series. You haven't done me wrong yet. Facade Games has been experts in the realm of board game stuff. So $27 standards costumes price after Kickstarter, $35. Clean and clear. I would mention that on the marquee, starting at $27. Super clean and clear. $44. So the deluxe version is $44. It's a 1 to 9 player game. It looks interesting. It looks unique. I haven't got to the shipping yet, but it's gonna have. It's not a bad price. It's a Kickstarter reasonable price. Definitely Kickstarter reasonable. Then we got the deluxe costumes plus the index book box. Why do I want this? What is this thing? I've forgotten. Uh-oh, that's not good. I'm not supposed to do that. Yeah, so I have to scroll all the way back up, because this is just how we did it. What's the index box book thing? Is this the costume? No, it's a costume expansion. Did I miss it? You're just not telling me what it is. The index box. I don't think it's there. Okay. So it's not me. It's just a mystery item. Ooh, it's like when you get one of those Amazon boxes. They're like, this is all return stuff. Maybe something's good in my mystery box. What is this box? Let's go figure it out. So now I'm scrolling back down. Thank you. So it's the price. So the index book box. It's a thing. Okay, I don't know why I'm paying an extra $10 for it. I can't imagine this is a popular pledge level, or either that or I'm totally dumb. Oh, is it another one of these games? Is it another one of these games? Index? Nope. Or is it a game of my choice? Maybe? I bet that's it. 10 extra bucks, you get one of their games. That seems like a really good deal. Then $20 is the One Dark Cities game. Plus, so this is a different. No, this is the costume. I don't know. Let's just go to the pledge level. Let's try and figure it out. $1 on the fence. Okay, $27. 658 people just want the game. 44 people want. So no, 3,028. So that's good. The most popular pledge level is the one, the Deluxified. So they crushed that. So this is the index book. What is this? Can't imagine this. So this one's 761. This is still popular. What is it though? The newly released index book for additional storage and decor. Oh, it's a bigger box so that you can hold more stuff, because all the stuff won't fit in the original box. Oh, okay. So they're kind of, that's nice, I guess. So all the stuff, so if I get the $45 pledge level, I'm going to have one of those boxes that I'm going to have a rubber band on. Is that what I'm getting? Okay. $74 plus the Dark Cities game. Okay, nice. And then we have $129, $149, buy the other stuff. All their games. Plus the index book box. What's the difference? Deluxe plus costumes, plus Dark Cities, plus index books box. What's the difference? I can't see it. Deluxe plus costumes, plus Dark Cities, but for some reason this one's got Dark, and then Cities on the Dark City series. No, that's still Dark City series, and then the index. So what's the There's a $20 difference. Includes, Bristol 1330 Deluxe Edition. There's an extra line there. You should read it. The text should be bigger, too. I mean, that'd be nice. But, okay. And so that's the fancy thing, and that's $223. Then we have the retailer box, $29. So, wow. Kudos to them. Then, add-ons. Clean, clear, beautiful, 2020, 2040. Do love this. Index book box. Oh, here it is. As part of this campaign, we've released an index of Dark City books. This is an empty book that is the same size as the one used in our games. This book's to be used for sleeve cards, future Dark Cities expansions, other loose games you have lying around, or as a house decorations to hide stuff in. So they're giving you a fake book. That's okay. That fits the theme. That's cool. That's nifty. You know how nifty that is? That's so nifty that they got... What was that? Plus the Dark Cities, where is it? They got 761 people to buy their box. That's good for them. Like, let's be quite honest. Who would have thought of that? Would you have thought of that if you're making a book-sized thing? I don't see other people doing this. Just, here's an empty book, because, it's cool. You've seen it in movies. It's okay. I'm in. Kickstarter's weird. I love it. And I will say, kudos to them for knowing their customers. These are some evenly distributed pledge levels. There's not one that has, like, 12 or 50. Except for the retailer, which, that's to kind of be expected. But that's still $29. It's great. So, good for them. Early access, discounted price, Kickstarter exclusive items, join our team, things, stuff. Hey, that's us. There's the stuff, more stuff, risks and challenges. We talk shipping? We got shipping? That's the only thing I'm looking for. Is it buried so far that I actually missed it? Or is that just, do I have to Control F it? Let's go. Control F-ing. Here we go. Games of the Dark City series. So is this where this is the... Oh, there's 30 times that shipping is mentioned. Okay, so where's shipping over here? Rewards, add-ons. Is it right after that? Because that'd be beautiful. Oh, it is. I missed it. Actually, kudos. This is what I want. This is perfect. How did I miss that? I'm a noob. US... Oh, $5. Now, you have a lot of different pledge levels here. So, so which ones are $5? Not cool. We've done our homework and are prepared to take an unexpected risk. So that when you pay now for shipping is all that you'll pay for shipping. We also subsidize some of the shipping costs during the Kickstarter campaign to give our backers the best deal we can, regardless of your reward level. So cheap shipping. Wow. That's interesting. And I think the thought is, if you go with the bigger ones, you're buying their back catalog of games, which is good for them. That's just stuff they got sitting in a box, maybe in the warehouse, maybe in I had in the attic. Who the hell knows? Some people have it in their houses. Good for them. That's a whole bunch of people buying that back category. Look at that. That's 347 times 1, 2, 3, 4 games. So that is 1,200 games sold after the fact. Woo! Good for them. I do want to see how these are rated on Kickstarter or on Board Game Geek, because they did not mention that, which I think is interesting. But judging by the number of people here, I can imagine that they have high quality games. I'm new to Kickstarter. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, actually, they pulled in 165. Dang. I mean, still, it's overwhelming returning backers, but that's a great number. I mean, really think about that number. That is 165 people who've been putting off signing up for a Kickstarter for over a decade, potentially. And now they're like, all right, fine, I'm doing it for this project right here. That's really surprising to me. Kudos to them for whatever they're doing in the back end. Because the Kickstarter story, I was like, What is different about the Kickstarter version of Salem, Tortuga, Deadwood, and Bristol compared to what I got through this campaign? What is included in the Bristol... So are these... Okay, how can I get this out? I hate this FAQ. Because if my question is question number 11, I have to read through 11 questions to get to it. I'd organize this like Reload from Colossal Games. But there's FAQs here, okay? Updates, thank you, and Disastrous Right. So this is January 19th. That was yesterday. I believe this one launched on Tuesday. Thank you for an amazing couple of days. They support and excitement. So it was like 3 days ago, by the way. From all 5,000 of you for Hollywood 1947 has been incredible. That's great. It's every day. Each player with a star may add any number of cards this round and then draw back up to 3. Okay, so now we're talking about some other stuff, new reward levels and add-ons. So it's just telling us stuff. And a reward level of 149 that includes the Bristol 30. So quite literally, this is great. Not the update itself. I'm not a big fan of the update, but what they're saying in the update. Like, yeah, hey, there was people who asked for this and we're putting this in here. Boom. That's great customer service right there. So let's check this out. Facade Games. 15, 18, 27, 3,000, 7,000. So yeah, but that's the main series there. That'll get it done right there. I tell you what. That will get it done. You're not getting any top 1,000s here, but if you're in the top 3,000, that means that more than most people, the overwhelming majority of people that play your game like your game. If you're up in that, so that makes complete sense why they have such a huge chunk of people here, especially from their past projects. So great customer service. It looks like too. Hey, people wanted this pledge level. We added this pledge level, and sure enough, the people backed the pledge level. And I actually complimented, say, hey, because there was like 100 plus people on that. So great. In case it gets lost with the other comments, so we backed the Bristol with the deluxe version as a way to get the new add-ons. The 9 extra characters available for Bristol. So previous backers only get the index box discount. We take the deluxe edition. But great customer service here. Responding, timely manner. Looks good. Final grade for Hollywood 1947. This is an interesting one. Do I want it? Yeah, I do. I love any time you have a really large player count. I love solo games. I love up to 9 player games. This one scratches that itch for me. 1 to 9 minutes, 20 to 40 minutes to play. That's my jam. It sounds like one of those games you could bring to a party or something. You can play it over and over and over again, like a gamer style party. And then you bring that style of game, people are like, oh, what was it? That was so much fun. The thing that Forrest brought. Yeah, and then it's like, and then you get the feels like, oh yeah, I'm the one who was smart enough to buy this awesome game. We all know what that is. That's why we're on Kickstarter. We know. So do I want a yes? Yes. Yeah. I still don't feel like I know a super large amount of it, but yeah, I do. I'm kind of caught up in the excitement, the buzz, I guess. So kudos for that. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. That's a huge gold star there. No issues there. Looks like good customer service. How much is it? Price seems $32. So $32 for this game. Added score, that seems very reasonable. That's in and out the door. Honestly, I'd put that on the marquee. I'd put the $27 at the bare minimum starting at, because that's a great price. Then you get the deluxeified version with that. So it's still sitting at $49. That's not bad at all. $59 gets you the fancy extra box if you want an extra box. So essentially, look at it from that perspective. You're going to get this deluxeified game, and I'm going to get you this cool little box that you can use as a knickknack forever, even if you hate the game and one day get rid of it. Because let's be honest, you're ever going to get rid of that book? No, you're not getting rid of that book. Hell no, you're not getting rid of a book. It's a book with a secret thing inside. It's like, yeah. So kudos for them. They sold 762 of those boxes. That's a half-point grade bump up in my mind. Like, that's just, it's like when I see a plushie, and I'm like, yeah, of course there should be a plushie for this game. They're going to sell like 1,000 plushies. Hollywood 1947 Deluxe plus 1 Dark City. So this is one of the other games. I'm going to guess this is the highest rated of the game. Nope, it's something else. I don't remember. Whatever. But there's 430 people who want it. Either way, the price seems very reasonable to me. I feel like the weakest thing was the can you do it? Because honestly, I didn't feel that wowed by the main image. I didn't feel that wowed by the video. I think it was the price. The track record. I don't feel like you spotlighted the track record enough either. I feel like that was a little bit of a miss, because the quotes also, not a big fan of the quotes. But the bottom line is, when you do such a great job on your customer, the camera's up there, on the customer service end of things on your Kickstarters, and you make good games, because that's the other thing. Top 3,000, I'd say that's a great game. I think if you're in the top 3,000, most people would say that is not a good game, that is a great game. You consistently put out great games, great quality control, great customer service. You're not jerking around people with stretch goals or fancy this, fancy that. It's just like, here's the deluxe version of the game. We're also selling our back category. You're selling 1,200 plus copies of your back catalog. Fantastic. Love it. A B plus? I think I'm a B plus. B plus, because, yeah. B plus on this one. Overall, very impressed with Hollywood 1947. Most definitely want to check this one out. Looks like a really cool game. They got the how to play video. They got the gameplays. They got the previews. They got everything they could possibly want. Was there a rule booklet? And that's the one thing I didn't think I saw the rule booklet. But either way, I'm a B plus. You could easily talk me into an A minus. Dark Cities is the name of the series of games. Thank you, Taco Muerte. But let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Hollywood 1947. And if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach 17,000 subscribers in 2023. Cameras up there, so I could make 2023 my biggest year ever. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.